You're in the chief seat. Scott Kirby Jake Johnston broadcasting live from BloNo Smoke, located at 529 Woodlawn.
Good day.
Kind of out of the loop right here. Been gone for a couple weeks, just trying to get back in the swing of things. A lot to talk about today, Jake. We got some NFL. We're going to kick off the show with some fantasy football talk. And the Lincoln Railers have started basketball practice. So
here we go.
You know, the Eaton Electrical Thanksgiving tournament's right around the corner. So a lot of things to discuss today. So what's been going on the past couple of weeks here on the show? I haven't.
Well, you've been gone. I don't know if you know this or not, but you have not been in attendance. Bobby B stepped in for you, and we didn't talk sports.
Well, he's
like at all.
I'm sure he had a lot of stories. That guy, he's got a story for everything.
He was talking about prehistorical, prior to man, actually. Wrestling. He was talking dinosaur wrestling last time, and which was an interesting conversation.
Well, I don't have any stories like that, so we're just going to have to talk sports. So we're going to kick the show off with our fantasy football league, sponsored by Logan Lane's Family Fun Center, Bowling Alley, and Jake's Furnishings, and P&M Communications, sponsoring our league this year. Right now, your buddy Justin Schmidt,
my guy, is he commonly referred to now?
Your guy. He's 8-1. He's got one tie, but he's leading the division right now. And if the playoffs were to start today, which they don't start until week 15, Justin, he would have a first-round bye along with Team Red Dogs, and TDs and Beer will be playing Barry's Boys, and then Butta's Cuts and Foosball Fanatics. The top three teams out of each conference make the playoffs. So it just makes it a little interesting, because when you get down to weeks 15, 16, and 17, especially week 17 for that championship game, a lot of your teams that have already made the playoffs are resting their big dogs. So.
And, Justin actually made a really shrewd pickup just a few weeks ago. It looks like Rogers got cut from the team he was on, and he made a quick pickup, and that may pay off big, because Rogers is talking about being back Thanksgiving. So that could be a huge move.
Somebody dropped Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah, they dropped Aaron Rodgers because, there was talks of him being out for the season.
Oh, wow.
And I think they were trying to be a little overreactive, I guess, maybe, and just made a pretty shrewd pickup, it looks like.
Well, yeah, let's take a look at that. We can we'll throw him under the bus here. Who is the genius that dropped Aaron Rodgers?
Justin had a lot of happy words coming out about that one. So
just to update you on our weekly winners, week 8 winner was Here Comes the Bane. Let's see. I don't have.
Here Comes the Bane?
Here Comes the Bane.
All right.
And I believe my computer's locked up here. He was
fine.
week 8. Team Taylor's dad, that's Poncho Sisk. He was a winner of week 9.
Right.
And then Butta's Cuts was last week's winner. That's Greg Alexander and Blend Bates. So they got, you guys each have a large 2-topping pizza from Stuffteria. And if you haven't had their wheat crust yet, I heard it's phenomenal.
Really?
Have you had it?
I have not had it.
I haven't either, but I heard
something I should try this week.
It might happen tonight. But just going through here, I want to see who dropped Aaron Rodgers.
You're curious. This got you upset, doesn't it?
It does. I don't care. You keep him on there for next year.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not a keeper league, but let's see. Come on, computer.
That was a pretty big one, though. I was kind of surprised to hear that name get dropped as well. I was thinking, if he's out for the season, but, man, if he's healthy for the last 2 weeks and you have a chance to make the playoffs, you may have just killed yourself.
Right, and
because there's not too many guys that put up better numbers than Aaron Rodgers.
No, and that the Green Bay Packers are hurting right now without him. He's their top dog, and without him they just look. And then they lose. They bring in Seneca Wallace last week to back up Rodgers, and he gets hurt. So they're bringing in Tozier or something like that.
Well, I've heard that I'm on the short list. I can't throw. And I can't run.
You can't run.
And to be honest, I can't take a hit. So I don't know if I'm going to have a chance here, but, it was worth a shot, I figured.
Okay. Well, I don't know what's going on here. Somebody dropped Rodgers.
Whoever dropped Aaron Rodgers, if you could call in and speak to Mr. Kirby here.
Who's WILS? Wilson. Dave Wilson had Aaron Rodgers and dropped him. And it looks like Poncho Sisk picked him up.
Oops.
And then, boy, I don't know. This is just a bunch of chicken scratches on. ESPN has to do a little better job. But yeah, then it looks like he dropped him, and then your buddy picked him up.
Okay.
Well, anyway, Aaron Rodgers was dropped and picked up.
He was bounced around like a fumbled football.
He was, and you don't see that.
No, not one of the top two players or scorers in the league.
Well, I guess if anybody wants to call and talk fantasy football, if you want our opinions, who to start and who to not, call us at 648-5510. That's our phone number today if you want to call in and anything you want to discuss, fantasy football-wise or anything. Like I said, there's a lot getting ready to kick off right now.
Talking about dropping guys and picking guys up, Ed Reed dropped by the Saints.
No. Houston.
Texans. Sorry, Texans. Yes, my fault. And I got other comments about the Saints actually, but dropped by the Texans, free agent, cleared waivers. Anybody can sign him. Mm-hmm. Bears don't make a phone call.
Well,
I mean, and I'm just saying this out loud because I am a Bears fan. We have the worst secondary in football.
We do, and I don't know what.
By far the worst.
Chris Conte is absolutely horrible.
Oh, yeah, he's 5'4" and he's trying to go one-on-one with a 6'5" to 6'8" tight end.
And he's playing 40 yards deep.
Yeah. Well, if you're playing somebody 6'8", you have to when you're 5'5".
I don't get it. I know they probably don't have any other options there, but put somebody back there. I mean, I don't know. It's frustrating, and my wife and kid at home, they look at me like I'm an idiot because I'm yelling at him. And
this team is built for, I mean, if you look at the guys, they are built for a 3-4 defense, and they're playing 4-3.
Right.
And that's my opinion.
They are.
But
because McClellan, he is not a defensive end.
No.
He's too small.
He's quick.
He's quick, and that's his, that's what he does. He's fast,
and he's very strong.
That's his game.
As an outside blitzing linebacker,
he'd be great, but he can't take on a run block.
No.
He just gets demolished.
He can take. I'm going to rephrase. He can take it if he has a couple steps to maneuver because of his speed.
Right.
But being up on the line, you can't do that. No. You got to just take it on. Mm-hmm. And like you said, he doesn't adapt to that. Also, Bostic, he's a middle linebacker. But he's really not. I mean, he's not. He needs somebody back there with him to control half the field.
He should be an outside linebacker because he's not big enough to stuff that run up the middle. And his speed is his cup of tea as well. And that's what the Bears they rely on speed. And when you're running a 4-3 and your defensive linemen are not getting any penetration to keep those offensive linemen off of the second tier linebackers, it's not working.
Nope.
And with Briggs being out for another, week or two, I don't even know his situation. They just lost Charles Tillman.
Yep.
They've lost two defensive linemen already.
Tillman's out for 8 weeks?
He's out at least 8 weeks, so that's your season right there.
Yep.
They did put him on IR with, he can come back after 8 weeks if they would make the playoffs. Yeah. But if you don't go out and make some moves, which they didn't,
Ed Reed
signing.
Yeah. Which is saying, I mean, this is still.
We're in week 11,
and we're in legitimate shape to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean they just phoned it in.
You're only one game back behind Detroit, who you should have beat last week. You left about 12 points on the field, and that's a game that you should have won. And some of the play calling there, I don't understand as well, but I guess that's why we do a sports show here, and we're not coaching the NFL. But why, when you're going for it, for the 2-point conversion?
How did Fairley get into the backfield? I mean, that guy hadn't gotten off the ball the entire game.
And why aren't you throwing it?
And why aren't the play action, something?
They scored the touchdown to be down 2, okay? And then Brandon Marshall and Alshon Jeffrey go to the sideline
Yeah.
for the 2-point conversion.
Yeah.
Why? Those are your 2 top dogs. Throw it up. Let one of them go get it.
I think they're the number 1 receiving tandem in football right now.
Right. And if Detroit, if they weren't so undisciplined and stupid and barbaric to get, that penalty to give the Bears another chance
Yep.
for the 2-point conversion, and then they try to run it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they put Marshall and, Jeffrey back in,
Yep.
but you don't even throw it to him. Yeah, you're on the 1.5-yard line, and I don't know. I think you just throw it up and let Marshall or Jeffrey go get it. Give yourself a chance. Yeah, you're trying to catch Detroit off guard, but, their defensive line is tough.
They are tough, especially against the run, and, Forte got 2 steps to make a play.
Yeah.
He
Fairley was in the backfield before I think Forte even got the ball.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He had maybe 2 steps to make a play. He wasn't going anywhere. He was being dropped right where he stood. So.
And they ran it to the left side. That's your veteran side right there.
Yep.
I'd run it to the right.
The power side.
Let the rookies,
that side did a really good job, I thought, in the game. If you were going to grade them, if you paid attention to the offensive line at all, they had a really good game, actually. So.
And it's just been a frustrating year. You finally get your offense where you need it to be. You shore up your offensive line, which, man, unbelievable how that turned around within a year.
Yep.
And then you get your offense rolling, and then your defense just crumbles. I know injuries. Everybody has to deal with injuries, but their depth.
I will say this is really the first time you really see Lance Briggs on the sideline, though.
And that hurts. That hurts because you got 2 rookie linebackers in there now with the Green, Kashin Green or whatever, and then Bostic.
Yep.
It's good for them to get some of that experience, but you need some veteran leadership in there calling the plays. And
then knows the situation and knows, let's face it, he knows the other team's offense pretty well because he's studied the films on it and he's been in the situations against them, so he knows what their tendencies would be in certain game situations. So, I completely agree. They're missing him big time on the defensive side of the ball. And with the real Julius Peppers, please stand up.
You just took the words right out of my mouth. He is going to have to step up this week and next with you're missing Briggs and Tillman.
Yeah.
You've got no defensive leadership out there whatsoever.
And I don't know this, but the way he's playing, I think he's playing hurt.
He has been looking a little bit better the past couple of games.
Correct. But he's still, you can, sometimes off the ball, you're just not seeing the same Julius Peppers. But he's getting older, too. Let's face it, you get to a certain point and you become an old man in this league really quick.
And, if you don't have another top-tier defensive line, you're going to get double-teamed every play. He's getting double-teamed and chip-blocked every play where, if you have another, defensive end that's going to relieve some of that pressure, which I wish they could move Corey Wooten back out at defensive end because he's tearing it up at the defensive tackle, but, I think his game is speed as well, and he's good at that defensive end, but they just don't have the depth for him to play there, so they move him inside. So, I don't know. It's frustrating.
It's one of them seasons where you see the potential there.
You're finally putting points up on the board, but you can't keep the other team out of the end zone.
The question is, let's say you get through the season. Let's say you don't make the playoffs. What do you do going forward? Do you look? Jay Cutler, obviously, he is a more talented quarterback package than McCaffrey. Actually, I would say he's probably a top 10 in the NFL. I would say actually easily top 10, probably top 7. With his arm, his accuracy, his game management might not be there because I think he's a little too quick to pull the trigger on some things as opposed to hanging out a little bit. But, that comes with age, and, that could change in a single season. He could be the best quarterback in the NFL that season if he did that. Do you go and sign him, or do you franchise him? You draft a quarterback with our quarterback guru head coach tootling him on the way.
It'd have to be at the right price to sign him. You don't want to go out and spend – I don't think you'd want to go out and spend a bunch of money on him because you have other needs.
Yep.
We need defensive linemen. We're going to need another cornerback. We need
secondary.
We need a free safety and a strong
the
safety.
Entire secondary, basically.
I don't know what free agency looks like. I don't know what kind of salary cap, restrictions the Bears are in.
Well, if they franchise them, that doesn't hurt near as bad on the salary cap as if they would sign him.
Right, but you're only getting 1 year out of him. But like you said, can you groom another young quarterback? And, I don't know.
I mean, if they don't make the playoffs, you're talking probably a 16.
Yeah, you're still not going to get it. You're right in the middle of the pack right now, so you're not going to get that top 10 pick.
Well, I mean,
unless you trade up.
There's reports out there that says Johnny Manziel won't even be in the top 15.
Do you want Johnny Manziel?
I do.
You do?
Oh, my goodness. I think that guy.
Do you think he converts into an NFL quarterback?
I do. I think he's a Jake Plummer type quarterback and possibly even better.
Well, he's a little more mobile than Jake Plummer was.
Jake Plummer's pretty mobile when he was young. Yeah.
He didn't last very long.
8 years? 9 years?
I guess, yeah.
Because, you figure he was, Arizona, Denver?
Arizona, Denver, yeah.
So, he had a pretty good career. If you could, I don't know. You look at Trestman, you hope that he can groom the next quarterback, and who's that next guy going to be if you're not going to put all your eggs in one basket with Cutler. And if you do put all your eggs in one basket with Cutler, how injury prone. You see it, and same thing with Aaron Rodgers. Once a guy gets one injury, it may not be throwing shoulder, it may not be. All of a sudden, they start happening in a row, and they stockpile, and now it's 2 times in a season he's injured. Now it's 3 times. Now he's retired. Right. You see it all the time in NFL football.
Well, they're definitely going to have to go out and find a young quarterback. That's going to have to happen, even if you keep him on their practice squad. So, they got a lot of tough decisions to make, but let's get through this season first.
Let's get through this commercial break.
Let's do it. All right, let's take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. You're in the Cheap Seats, 96.3 WLCNonline.com. Good morning, sports fans. Welcome back to the Cheap Seats, broadcasting live from BloNo Smoke, located at 529 Woodlawn Avenue.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool little room we're in here.
We are in the lounge room. It's got a pool table, a little stage, some video
sofa
games
back here,
and a little free throw shoot here.
Heck yeah.
Last time we were here, I think Bobby V was with us, and we challenged a listener to come in and challenge him to shoot, but nobody showed up. So.
I showed up. I will wax Bobby V.
But I would also, we have to thank the Hampton Inn for the coffee and the pastries, muffins,
the beautiful
bagels,
Hampton Inn.
and these excellent mugs here, coffee mugs. Just a shot of that, Hampton Inn. Thank you to them, our coffee and donut sponsor. If you whine long enough, Jake, they listen.
Yeah. I think
Good job.
We complained for I think about 3 or 4 shows, and finally one of them broke down.
That's all it took.
And we get the delicious pastries from the beautiful Hampton Inn.
When Jake speaks, people listen. Let's talk some football, some NCAA football. I was gone a couple weeks ago. I went down to the Florida-Georgia game, and SEC football. If you haven't seen any of that, I really suggest it. They take their football serious. It's big. It's not. I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it. It's different than Big Ten football. I've been to many Illinois games, and just the atmosphere and the. I don't know. What do you call it? I'm trying to think of that word.
This is going to be scary. We're going to be here for a minute.
There might be
This break brought to you by the Hampton Inn and Jake's Furnishings.
And silence. Anyway, it's a little different in the way they, just different people, Well, the Southern people.
They take it, to be honest, that is their pro teams.
Yeah.
In most of those cities. You look at LSU and you look at Alabama and you look at, even to be honest, even the Florida teams. Yeah. That is their pro teams. They are committed to Saturdays, and they started on Thursdays.
Oh,
what I'm saying?
They started the Monday before.
Well, I was going to say, that game, that's one of the biggest games. That's one of the biggest rivalries. Yeah. In the SEC.
You're right.
So that started the week before probably. There was people camping out wanting they got their parking spot for the tailgating. Prior, they had it all mapped out. These guys take it seriously, and they set it up right.
And to tailgate, it's $250 per spot. That's one parking spot, and we had 4. The guys we were with, they are big Florida fans, and that we were tailgating with. I have a couple buddies that live in Jacksonville, Florida, and one of them's one of the guys that's tailgating. He was a private investigator there, and he had buddies up from Lake City, which is down by Gainesville.
Okay.
I think, if my
I
geography.
think you're about right, yeah.
But that's who we were tailgating with, and they take it serious. They had the setup and everything. They had the dish, the portable dish thing. I think they offer that at P&M Communications.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where you can take it with you, and it was pretty neat, and it was fun. But let's see what's going on today. Alabama, number 1 Alabama. They're Mississippi State. Florida State, wow.
Yeah.
They're amazing. They're playing Syracuse today, and
a little controversy with their starting quarterback this week.
Yeah.
But, it's funny how something that happened 10 months ago will pop up in the middle of a football season when a guy's having a Heisman-type season.
They're always trying to dig something up on them.
Yeah.
There's always a story.
And it's not the police locally. It's somebody from another school or something that has dug this up and made sure that it got brought back to the forefront. That's exactly, I believe that's all it is, and I hope that's all it is for his sake, because he is having one heck of a season.
Got number 3 Ohio State at Illinois.
Yeah,
That's
we probably should have skipped that advertisement.
Well, yeah, you're right. So we'll go to Stanford, USC.
It'd be a great game tailgate, though, I guarantee it.
Yeah, Stanford, USC, that's usually a pretty good game. That's kind of a rivalry right there. Texas Tech at number 5, Baylor.
Yep.
Baylor can put some points on the board, and they can do it quick.
OK State against Tech, number 24, Texas.
Yeah,
that'd be a fun game to watch right there, my friend.
Yeah. Let's see, going down through here. Any other ones stick out to you, Jake?
No, Louisville's playing.
Houston.
Louisville's got their quarterback. He's talked about going high in the draft this year, so they'd be fun to watch there as well.
Yeah, that's really about it. Miami at Duke. A friend of mine that was in Jacksonville with us, he is in the admissions of the law department at Duke. Yeah. And he said there's better high school stadiums than Duke has. He says it's just a joke.
I've heard that.
But Duke is basketball.
Then again, down south, the high school stadiums are college stadiums.
And I did tell him to try to pull some strings and get Coach K to call into us.
Yeah, nothing.
The phone's not ringing yet, so we'll see. And
we got, I believe, Georgia against Auburn today as well. That should be a fun game, man.
Yeah. And
SEC football's entertaining, definitely.
It's good stuff, man. They play at Jacksonville Stadium, and that place was full. They have to bring bleachers in because during the Jacksonville games, there's hardly anybody there. Yeah. So on the end zones, there's no bleachers. And then on some of the sections, they cover them up with tarps, I guess, to make it look like there's more people. All that was gone. They brought bleachers in. That place was packed. I don't know what it holds, but it was packed to the gills. It's pretty neat. Let's see. Any other good thoughts on NCAA football?
Little football. What's his name? Austin from Lamphere. Did he commit to Tennessee this week?
Austin from Are you talking basketball?
Yeah.
We're talking football. You can't just change subjects.
I'm thinking Tennessee, and when I think Tennessee, I think football. So, and that got me thinking, he's committed for basketball. I think he's a better football player.
Did he play football?
I thought he did.
I don't think he played football. I don't know.
You would know better than I would, to be honest.
I don't know. I don't think he would. Why would he? If you're going to go play somewhere Division I basketball.
But he is, yeah.
I don't know. I don't think he played football. I'm almost positive he didn't.
Here we go.
Yeah, I don't think he did, but you find that out here.
Slowly.
The internet's slow here, and
I think it may be my computer, but
that's mine too. We're clueless without computers. What did they do about 20 years ago?
Well, that's when they actually worked.
Yeah. Can't just pull stuff up. While you're looking up that information, I would also like to mention that Lincoln Christian University girls in a national volleyball tournament right now, and our cameraman Lloyd said these things are in the semifinals. So congratulations to them. Hopefully they can keep it rolling. And I believe he said the tournament's here in town. So if you're not doing anything today, get on out there and support the Lincoln Christian University Lady, is it the Red Lions now? Red Lions, so good luck to them. And then we were talking a little bit off air too that Lincoln College is doing well this year in basketball. And you're concentrating on looking this up.
Yeah, I'm entertaining myself right now. Sorry. Commercial break time, everybody.
Commercial break. Well, if you want to call in, there is a lot of silence right now. Call in 648-5510. Something you want to talk about, football.
You know, I think we do need to talk about some men's college basketball as well.
That's the next
upsetting
segment.
As being a Fighting Illini fan.
Yeah, well, let's take another. It is 8:35. Let's get another commercial break in here. We'll regroup and we'll get some college basketball talk and some high school basketball talk. So stay tuned. You're in the cheap seats, 96.3 WLCNonline.com. Good morning, sports fans.
And we're back.
We are back. And we are at BloNo Smoke, located at 529 Woodlawn. Broadcasting live on the web, streaming 24/7. And you can also catch this program on Channel 5, airing throughout the week. I'm not really sure of the times.
And I'm not sure if we were really made for the television. So
We're not. We are made definitely for radio. But we got Dennis here, BloNo Smoke. Good morning, Dennis.
Good morning. How are you guys?
We're doing good. Thanks for having us again. Update us what you have going on, and do you have any specials going on for the big holidays?
Yeah. I'll go ahead and you guys are going to be the first to hear the Black Friday specials. So we have
All
them
right.
posted on
You
here.
heard it here first.
So
breaking news.
Dun, 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 dun.
we focus most on what we sell the most of. So our BloNo starter kits, they're normally $34.99. They're going to be $18.99
Oh, wow.
on Black Friday. Everything's going to have a limited quantity.
Now, people are going to be sandbagging until...
I know, that's why I didn't say anything, but I figured just do it.
Right.
And then we've got our
breaking news.
dual kits, or our pass-through kits are going to be $24.99. They're usually $39.99.
Wow.
And then our dual kit, which is normally $59.99, is going to be $34.99. So a dual kit will cost the same price as a BloNo kit when you start it up. So
Wow, you're thinking about that,
Better
aren't you?
deals in a furniture store, I'm
You're
telling
going
you
to
that
go
right
get you
now.
a robe and a pipe, and you're going to sit around and...
We were talking about the other day, me and a customer, and he's a prominent member. He never smoked in his life, but him and I were talking. I said, yeah, I could just see you sitting there in your new recliner with a pipe that you blow bubbles out of.
we actually make, I don't know if you guys knew, we had the handmade pipes
Yeah?
that Joe Schneider from
yeah.
Global Tech makes by
Nice.
hand. He hasn't been able to make any lately because heating and cooling. It's
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of busy season for him right now, so
That's
but he'll
awesome.
get back into it. So
Yeah, and they're nice, too.
they are.
Good quality, and they're pretty sharp.
Yep.
So what else you got going on? Big deals going on, Black Friday. What will your store hours be? Are you going to have some extended store hours?
Yeah, we're going to open at 5 o'clock that morning. Excuse me. So we'll be 5 to 9 on Black Friday. And basically throughout the week, we've got a few other things. We'll be doing a quarter auction in Atlanta today at 2 o'clock. And then next week, we'll be in New Holland donating some money for the Kaylee Foundation.
Nice.
Okay, good.
Last month we were in New Holland as well. Actually, we're going to be in Middletown, I'm sorry. Last week we were in New Holland, and as I went to New Holland, Middletown, and I know education is key, so we went ahead and donated a large amount of money to the school as well for that. So it
Very
was just
nice.
nice to give back to the community again.
Heck yeah. Well, you can donate to the Kirby and Johnston fund too,
No, you can't donate to mine. I'd have to donate to somewhere else. So it would not be a good move right now.
Now, you just recently went on a trip on the East Coast. How did that go? And
Yeah, we went to VaporCon in Virginia. It was a blast. It's just a big party. A lot of vendors get together with a lot of customers coming to buy stuff. There was, I think, 3,800 people there. So it was an all day, just hang out, have a good time.
Oh,
You went on vacation too, didn't you?
I did. I went down to Florida.
It was a little warmer than I was actually beautiful in Virginia when we went. It was like 70 degrees the whole time.
Well, it got cold Saturday night.
What's this thing you're using, man?
Yeah,
Is this like a
this-
turbo injector or what?
It's called an Opus D.
Okay.
I actually bought
Zoom in on that, Kirby.
It's military, dude. It's
Good
all
God.
camouflage. That's high tech.
I bought 3 of these. My wife has a pink zebra one.
All right.
And I bought one that had skulls on it.
This is like the high-end
yeah,
stuff
these
here.
are $300.
Okay. Yeah.
So there's $900 in a few of them. But yeah, you can just adjust the voltage and go for it. DNA 20 hasn't been mass produced yet.
Okay.
It's finally getting to where smaller people are starting to pick it up. So once it's mass produced, it's something we're going to be carrying in our store.
So this
Absolutely. Drop the price a little bit,
Right.
and yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
make it marketable to the more of a mass.
Yeah, I mean, for me to buy this and try to sell it, we wouldn't sell it.
Because make it profitable.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
It looks cool.
It does. It looks amazing.
I mean, it looks like, it's like...
You know a story about this one, though?
It doesn't look like the
We need a
the
story.
electronic cigarettes. To be honest, it looks like an
It's all
electronic device.
digital and
So I bought this one. Like I said, I bought this one, a pink zebra and a skull. We were checking out of the hotel, and I left mine on the counter. And I walked out. We went to the car, put our bags in the car, and it boom, I hit me. I said, "Oh F, I'm screwed." So we ran right back inside. Somebody had stole
Beep.
it.
No.
Somebody stole it.
Somebody stole it that quick.
that thing has to have GPS on it, though, doesn't it?
It doesn't. So here's the worst part. The
like
guy only made 10 of each kind during that weekend. He sold everyone out. I bought the last one of everyone. So now I don't have one. I'm out. I come home. I'm PO'd because I bought everybody all these cool stuff, and my one cool item got stolen. So I called the guy. He actually sent me his personal one.
Wow.
He said, "I can get one quicker than you can, so I'll send you
Well,
one."
did you wipe off that tip? Lister?
No.
Oh, that thing comes
This
off.
part.
Oh.
Yeah, I bought this. This is mine.
Oh, okay.
So,
See.
but,
That's how you get the flu and stuff.
Yep.
Start sharing stuff like that.
fluid.
And this public awareness announcement
Yes.
brought to you by Scott Kirby.
Brought to you by Listerine.
And then remember, like you brought up, look for our TV commercial coming soon.
Yeah, you
Fox
got a
55
TV commercial on Fox 55.
Don't worry, you can laugh at it.
No, hey,
It's one of those
commercials
laugh-
Usually that's what I've always done for my commercials.
It's
If
just,
you've ever seen some of his commercials back in the day, wow.
I wanted to say, well, you always get a free onion, but I thought maybe,
Mine were a little more colorful than that, I would say. I would say a little more colorful than that, but we definitely had people talking about it, I think for years. Actually,
talking
our TV guy here, Mr. Kirby, was part of them commercials, so actually I think he kind of
Filmed.
produced them, actually.
The other Kirby.
Huh?
Lloyd Kirby.
Lloyd Kirby,
I had
yeah.
nothing-
He's
I had nothing to do with that.
he's actually very talented when it comes to ripping things off, I guess.
All right.
Ripping
Well,
off the skids.
well, Dennis, thanks for having us again. Once again, Black Friday. You heard it here first. Some big deals going on here at
Absolutely.
BloNo Smoke. Opening up at 5.
Yep.
And it's a limited quantity, so once they're gone,
Once they're gone, they're gone.
No rain checks.
No rain checks.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So get in here, BloNo Smoke. Get your high tech. Man, that thing's cool. You
It
want
is cool.
one. That thing
You know
is-
what? I'm wondering. You look at it, and you got people with watches now that are cell phones. I mean,
You want to know something? You say that.
it's right there. It's got to be.
We just bought them. They're being mass produced right now. They won't come out till December 14th.
Okay.
We have iPhone 5
Covers.
e-cigs covers.
Look, that's
So you put it on the
crazy.
back of your phone. It's got a little switch on here.
Yep.
It's right away. Oh, right on your
You
phone.
can
I can take
Facebook
I can take a
and
phone
vape
call.
at the same
I
time.
told you. I'm telling
Yeah.
you. Your
And
Facebook, your vaping, your texting.
Let's develop an app. It's called Vapebook.
Vape book.
Well, that's a pretty good idea.
Good.
Wow.
There's an
Vape
app. You better
There's an app.
better get it done.
Copywriting that right now.
I'll text it in.
Vapebook.
I'm already on it.
All right. Well, that's
And
going
we're
to do
back.
it for our show here at BloNo Smoke, located at 529. Big Black Friday deals coming up, so get on out here and get your vaporizers or whatever they're called.
And whoever wants to rake leaves with me today, I'll be at 211 Pica Street.
Yeah, wait for me. Well, that's going to do it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Cheap Seats. As always, we're broadcasting 24/7 on the web, and you can watch all the replays online, as well as Channel 5 during the week. And we'll be back next week. Same time. I don't know where we're at.
This is the first week we haven't talked Cardinal baseball.
I was gone for 2 weeks, and one of those weeks I was gone, they lost it, but they were still there.
Yep. They were still
Congratulations,
there.
Congratulations, Cardinal fans. And
Good day.
Cubs did you talk about Cubs at all? They got
Yeah.
new manager? Okay. We don't need to. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Cheap Seats 96.3 WLCN Online.com.
Good day.